Welcome to Slovenia, and I'm in the capital, Ljubljana, home to 287,000 people, and Slovenia having just 2.1 million people. There's the boat ride down the river. 2 white swans. These people are lining up. I'll do that later on, I think. What a spot. First impressions. Wonderful statue there. First impressions is that it's very clean and green. In fact, it won an award in 2017 for getting 96 out of 100 for sustainability. The school kids, won't film them too often. And some beautiful architecture across that side of the river. And there's some beautiful architecture, which is where my hotel is, just there, on that other side of the river. It's happy days in Slovenia. Ho ho! Everyone there in their jackets. And I'm in my t-shirt. I'm not finding it cold at all. But what can you do? The other fact is that it's the only last clean t-shirt that I have, so here it is. Have to do some laundry, I'm sure. But as I've said before, in Ljubljana, capital of Slovenia, and that obviously translates to the loved one. And a couple of swans that have made their way downriver. I'm loving Slovenia. Another look around as the tourists are in their jackets. I'll make my way on foot in the t-shirt. Happy days. Lovely Ljubljana, Slovenia. As I said before, my hotel's on the main drag, just right on the river. But you could go 3-4 streets either side of the river, and there's just streets like this with beautiful old architectural buildings there, monuments galore, tourists, and then there's little nooks and crannies that go down the side of these streets as well. Beautiful old buildings, plenty of bars, that's good. And it's wonderful here. Loving it. I love Ljubljana. Store. I've already got my fridge magnet. That's good. And I'll find a nice little bar tonight again for a beer, because I haven't had a beer in a few days. Still getting over my cold. Lots of tour groups, all with jackets, all cold. Plenty going on in Slovenia. I talked about the 4 streets either side of the river being full of bars and architectural brilliance. Now we've opened up into the markets. Not really my scene, the markets, but it's a nice little space there, and it seems to be the floral part of the equation right here, and clothing on the other side through here. But once again, it's a hive of activity. It's beautiful. Whoa. Here's the parking inspectors. Don't want to get offside with them. Tell you what, parking inspectors, they've got a tough job. They've got to do their job. Oh well. Here's one of those little side streets, as we see up there. Oh, I can take a gondola up to the castle. That's what I'll do next. Yeah, I didn't fancy walking up there. That's what I'll do. That is what I will do. And atop the castle, overlooking the city. Down here we have the old town as the river runs through it. Of course, Slovenia is covered by 60% forest lands, and there's a big percentage of brown bears that live here as a consequence, so that's just wonderful. But the river meanders through, and it's a sheer drop down, the old and the new, and I love it. And there is the castle up there in all its splendour. It's a good thing taking the old cable car, and the market's from another angle. They love their trolleys here. Trolleys? Scooters. Very good stuff. Nice little strip of bars. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch. Well, these places looks alright. They love to wine and dine here. In fact, it's a wine a day for the Slovenians. Home, of course, to the birthplace, anyway, of Melania Trump, I believe. Oh, this place is more and more beers. And as a consequence, they're videoing a wonderful family drinking. I flagged lunch, and we're on a boat trip. Because it's all about the river. Through Ljubljana. That's a beautiful old building there. These are supreme bridges there. What a wonderful spot. Happy days. You haven't made it far, fellas, or ladies and gentlemen. Just swanning around. But what a wonderful place. Slovenia. As we go to the outer suburbs and the housing takes over from the old town architectural styled buildings and all their splendour. As I said, I've sacrificed lunch for this, but I'll make my way back and I'll get a wave. It's good to see you get a wave. And as we end the boat trip, we see this wonderful building up here in all its splendour, and the strip of architecture along there. The new bridge, the new bar, and the old. What a wonderful boat trip. Wonderful. Enjoying life. And he's gone for the steak sandwich and the traditional lager beer that's of course local to this area. The jacket's on, it's a bit colder now. The castle has not moved from its hill on Castle Hill. The market's buzzing with action, and people are starting to get out and about and enjoy themselves on this wonderful Friday afternoon, as I will do this afternoon and later on tonight. What a spot, what a sandwich, what a beer, and what a day. Well, they're good days, those. Just padlocks of love. They're bloody good days. Here, as the sun goes down in Ljubljana, Slovenia, and I cross the river and I see nothing but more hotels, bars and restaurants. It's beautiful. They're good days. Bloody good days. As the tourist group goes through. Plenty of tourists. Good days. On the right hand side, I've been told that this is where it all happens. Cobblestone pavements, beautiful buildings once again, graffiti. We've got to go through here and just have a wee look. A river runs through it, the building and the castle. And it's all happening on the right hand side of the river, which is fortunately where my hotel is, or my hostel, whatever you'd like to call it. Little walkways up there. And that's just beautiful. This is where it all happens. Right there. They're good days, those. You don't get days like that too often. Oh. That's happy days. Obviously this is the, well, one of the main squares, but I think the main square in Ljubljana, Slovenia, and I've really enjoyed it, the capital of. And tomorrow I shall go to a place called Bled, and then recommendations from the camarero, the waiter, to say that I've got to go to another lake within the mounts. Yeah, looking forward to that tomorrow. Look at this architecture. That is just wondrous. Outrageously good. Right, I'm on my way. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. Just about ran over a little girl. But look at these little pavements. Brilliant. I'll come here tonight, I think, for dinner. Bikes galore, scooters galore. Well, not on these pavements. On those pavements, and on the cobblestone terrace. But it just gets better and better. People aren't too perturbed by the camera. good to see. It's a new camera bought today. I lost my one on a train. That's all I have to say about that. Look at it. Wondrous. No, good days those. You don't get many days like that. Really enjoy Ljubljana. It's good times. This is my wonderful hostel. Let's leave it there. Wonderful Ljubljana, Slovenia.